Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Jules. I'm 25 years old and I live in San Diego, California, and I make content surrounding personal finance, lifestyle, travel, and beauty. In today's video, we're going to be going over my November reset, looking at my October budget, which was looking a little crazy, and then budgeting for November. I don't know what's going on with the weather right now because I'm literally wearing like a tank top. It's 90 degrees where I'm at. This weather is not it. It was like cold last week. It's hot as heck this week and I'm just like, what is going on? This weather needs to decide what it's gonna do. But yeah, I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I haven't made a video in like a month just because I've been so busy. If you guys watch some of my other videos, you know that back in August back in the beginning of the month I got laid off on my previous job and I found a new job and started it back in August. And so I've basically just been like really busy with that because not only did I start my full-time job, but I'm also doing part-time freelance copywriting, which I literally started the same exact week I started my full-time job. So I have like one article that I'm doing like every week and sometimes every other week, but I've been busy with that and it's just like having a full-time job is pretty draining, so I find myself like not being as motivated to do other stuff, which I need to like get better about because yeah, I go to the gym in the mornings and I wake up really early for that. I wake up at like 5:30, I go to the gym and then I run after that. But once I start my work and once I get off work, I want to be a couch potato. I don't want to do anything. I just want to relax, read my book or watch a show, hang out with friends, but like I don't want to be thinking about other work. I need to be better about like prioritizing my workload and how I can manage all the different things I'm trying to juggle and be consistent with that. This month was pretty busy. I actually just came back from Miami. My sister just moved there a few months ago over the summer, and so this was my second time visiting her, and this time I was just working the whole time. I work like a 9 to 5, but it's remote, so I can work wherever I want, which is really nice. So I was just working out there for the whole week and then like just hanging out with her in the mornings, at night, getting dinner, and then over the weekend we did some things. So it was pretty nice. I spent a little bit of money though because we went to like all the fancy nice restaurants and we actually went to a soccer game, which was really fun. I'm really big into soccer or football. Yeah, I got to see Messi play, which was really cool. He scored a goal too. I'll insert a clip here, but I was so happy. I loved it. It was just like such a cool environment and space to see like not only Messi but like some of the other international players, which was really cool. So I love that. And then just went out a couple times, got some drinks, and yeah, it was really fun. Now I'm back home, back to the grind. I've been saying to like my family, my boyfriend, like I'm really in my winter arc era right now because literally all I've been doing is being on my health and fitness grind. Like I said, I've been going to the gym like 4 or 5 times a week now, but I also started implementing running. I'm literally running like 4 times a week, and I was not a runner before, girl, and I'm still like really slow when it comes to running, so don't judge. But I've been running 4 times a week and girl, I have noticed my quads and my calves, they're getting better. So I'm turning into that 20-something graduated college girl where it's like the 4 boxes of like traveling or running a marathon, like those like different things. And yeah, I'm about to be like a runner girl for real. Okay, enough of me yapping. Let's just jump right into what I spent in October. So like I said, I did visit my sister for about 10 days. My budget is definitely a bit higher this month, so yeah, we gotta reel it in a little bit next month. But looking at what I spent, left to spend is a little just a little over. Now this isn't like my bank account is negative $800 because I do put a lot of stuff on credit cards, and so like a lot of purchases made this month rolls over into next month, and so it's not like negative in my bank account, but that means like I saved a lot less than I intended to this month too. So looking at my income, I get paid bi-weekly. No, I don't. I get paid semi-monthly. I get like regular paychecks. The first paycheck was $2,200, and then this I haven't gotten yet because I'm filming this a couple of days before the 31st, but I anticipate it being around that ballpark. I get a credit, like a wellness credit at work, so I inputted that there because I get that at the beginning of the month. And then, like I said, I do freelance copywriting, and so I get paid out at the beginning of the month for the previous month's work. So I did like 2 articles, maybe 3 articles in September, so I got paid out, and this is before tax, so I have to deduct taxes from, or well, I'm saving up for the taxes in like a bank account. That way when tax season comes around, I don't have a big tax bill. I'm like saving up now for it. So I save about a third of what I made from this into taxes, but I made an extra like $330 from copywriting. Now if we go into savings, as you can see, I plan to save a lot, but I did not quite do that because of that. So I was able to put $400 into my Christmas fund. Now this is fully funded, so I don't have to worry about that, but I'm gonna start spending it because now it's like the holiday season. And then $200 into my taxes account. Like I said, I haven't received this money quite yet, but I know that because I have like large credit card payments I need to make, I won't be able to save any of this this month, which is fine. Now going into my bills, spent $48 on the gym, $133.41 on car insurance, $9.99 on Apple storage, $26 car wash, $41.13 on Verizon. I spent a little bit more on health, $130. I've been doing like weekly therapy sessions, which are like $20 each per session. And then I think like, oh, it's because I just went to the doctor's, like a dermatologist, to figure out like my acne and stuff, because I've been having a lot of breakouts since the beginning of the year. So she gave me some medication to help with my active acne. Groceries, a little under budget, but the eating out is where we really went crazy. Groceries was $287.76. Gas, a lot lower because I went to Miami, so I didn't spend that much money on gas this month, although some of it did go into automotive because we took some Ubers, but yeah, a lot lower this month. Household, I surprisingly, I don't know, kind of random, I had to buy a bunch of stuff. Like I had to buy soap, new disinfectant wipes, and some other stuff, so I spent $132.25 on that. Like I said, most of this automotive is for Ubers, so I spent $70.27. Nothing on miscellaneous, and then business $82.98. This just includes like subscriptions to like Canva, Epidemic Sound, things like that. So in total I spent $1,032 on my bills. Now going on to expenses. Dining out, girl, that's where we really see, yeah. I spent a lot. Like I said, I went out a lot when I was in Miami, like to nice dinners, and so sometimes I would pay for it, sometimes my sister would. So that's why that's a lot, because the bill for these places was pretty high, because like you got a drink, we got an appetizer, a main, and these are like expensive places. So yeah, this is very out of the norm. Usually I don't even spend $400 on food. Usually it's like $200 to $300, but yeah, this is like actually insane. So definitely gotta cut that down for next month. Shopping, didn't spend anything, which is good. Beauty, I didn't spend anything. I might actually the last day of October, just because the Sephora sale starts and there is some things I need to buy, but I think I'm going to roll that over into November's budget instead. Entertainment is $278.07. This was mainly for the soccer game that I went to in Miami. I bought the tickets for both me and my sister, and then I actually bought tickets to a concert next year in like April or something like that, for the Patrick Watson concert, which I'm really excited for because I love him. I first found out about him through the Cinematic Orchestra, so we love him, and I'm gonna go see that next year, so I got tickets for that. Traveling, $167.71. This is actually pretty low because I bought my tickets, my flight tickets to Miami with points, but I did spend a little bit more. Well, I did spend a little bit of money because I had to pay for my bags both there and back, and then I paid for a seat on the flight, like an upgraded seat. I literally bought my ticket to visit my sister Friday night and literally flew out at like 11 p.m. that same night. So that was like the quickest I had ever gotten ready in my life, and like packed. I literally bought the flight, it packed in an hour, and then literally went to the airport. So that was pretty crazy. So obviously like there wasn't really any seats left, and this was a red eye, and I did not want to sit in the middle, so I was like, I'm just gonna pay for an upgraded seat and sit in the window. So I did that. So that's where that comes in. And then I didn't have to pay for like accommodation or anything like that because I just stayed at my sister's house. Gifts to 1830 at the very beginning of the month was my boyfriend and I anniversary. It was also his birthday. It was also my dad's birthday. So a lot of birthdays at the beginning of the month. Some of it I spent in September, but I did have to do some spending also in the beginning of October. So that's where that comes into play. And then yeah, personal care is a lot. I did a lot of things this month. I got a massage this month. I got my eyebrows threaded a couple times. I got my nails done. I started doing microneedling because I have some active acne. It's been doing a little bit better, but I've also been doing chemical peels for the past few months, which have helped subside that. So on top of doing chemical peels, I started doing microneedling to help with like the actual scarring. So I did that, and then I also paid for another facial like in advance because this place was having a sale, like an anniversary sale. So I paid for a hydra facial, which I've never gotten done before, so I'm excited to see how that goes. So I bought that and I scheduled it for like next month. So that's why that is very high. I've just been also like spending a lot more money on personal care lately. Like I said, I've been really trying to focus on my skin because my skin has been such like a pain point for me this year. And I used to be one of those people where I was like, I don't really care, like whatever. But I'm getting to the point as I get older, I want to like take care of my skin, my body, my health. And so I've been trying to prioritize like the more expensive things that I probably in the past wouldn't have spent any money on. So in the expenses category, I spent $2,376. So in total, like just overall spending, I spent $3,408.27. And then I saved $600. Oh, and I forgot to mention, so I probably will be spending a bit more money at the end of the month or like the beginning of next month. Probably at the end of this month, but I'm spending a couple grand which makes me want to cry, on getting a lawyer for Italian citizenship. I'm trying to pursue Italian citizenship through my dad's side of the family. My dad's an Italian citizen, and so are my grandparents. Since my dad was born here, I don't think I can go through them. I have to go through my grandparents who were born in Italy, and so like the process is just very long and complicated. So I'm going to finally like bite the bullet and pay for a lawyer to help me along this and like expedite it basically and see if I can get it. There's been like some laws that have changed, things like that, but I will be taking money out of my emergency fund to pay for this, and then slowly over like the next 3-4 months I'm going to be putting that money back in. So that's going to be my main priority for the next couple months, as well as like in Q1 I want to replenish that. I still have money left in there. I didn't take everything out, but I did take some because I wanted to get like a discount if you paid in full, so that's what I did. So that'll probably be lumped in there, but obviously that's like a one-time expense. Now going into my November budget, I pretty much already laid everything out. My income should be around the same this month, around $2,200 a paycheck. Miscellaneous, so the $35 is part of that like wellness credit I get each month through work, and then $900 of that is for my Christmas fund that I've been putting money into. So I'm anticipating spending $900 in November, mostly like Black Friday probably, to pay for those gifts that I'm gonna spend. So I'm gonna take $900 out of that, and then I'm going to be earning $362.10 through copywriting. I already have done all my assignments for October, so I know that this is the amount I'll get for November. Looking at my savings, I'm probably only gonna be able to spend $1,000 because of all the expenses I've had this month, and then also like I said, I'm going to be spending a couple grand on paying for the lawyer, so that's why that's $1,000. I'm probably not gonna spend or be able to save anything else. And then going to my bills, they're basically the same as last month. $48 for gym, which is the same. $134.21 for car insurance, $9.90. Actually, this might be a little lower. This might be like $28 because my car insurance starts again in November. Like, I have a 6-month plan, and so the 6 months starts again. I always thought that once I turned 25, my car insurance would be super cheap because like frontal lobe developed or whatever, and you're not like a liability anymore. But no, like they discounted me like $6, so that's sad. Apple storage is $9.99, car wash $25.99, Verizon same $41. Health, I have some things coming up. Like I said, I do therapy. I also have like a bunch of doctor's appointments this month. Nothing crazy, but like some specialists visits, some prescriptions that are due. Like I said, I have some for acne and for a few other things. So yeah, it's like a pretty heavy month for like doctor's visits and all that. So, and I need to buy like some more supplements and like pre-workout and stuff, so I like lump that all into health. Groceries is $200. Gas, this honestly, this should be $250. Actually, no, I lied. We'll do $200 just because Thanksgiving's at the very end, and I probably won't need to buy groceries like or like that whole week because there'll be so much leftovers. Gas is $200. Household, I always like to put 50 as a buffer. Automotive 0, and then miscellaneous, I also like to leave a little bit of buffer there, 50. And then we're actually gonna move this to 85 because I'm pretty sure that's like close to what it was last month. So that is what, 12, 68, 11. And then for expenses, we're gonna bring that dining out budget down because after spending over $800 on food this month, I did put shopping though at $500 because Black Friday sales and Cyber Monday, I always not only buy gifts for other people, but I always buy a little something, some things for myself. So I'm just gonna be realistic and say that I'm gonna buy a few things for myself. So that's that. Like I said, the Sephora event is at the beginning of this month, and so there's some things I need to buy there, but there's also a couple things I need to buy at Ulta, so I'm gonna say $250 actually for that. Entertainment, I like to give myself a small budget in case I want to go to the movies or do something fun. There's nothing like tickets really I don't think I need to get, or like sporting events or anything, but the new Wicked movie is coming out, so I actually do want to see that. Traveling, 0. I don't think I'm going to travel until like March, which actually isn't that long. It's like only a couple months, but I love traveling, so that's sad. But also I'm in my winter arc and there's nowhere I really need to go this winter, so that's that. Gifts, $900, so that's where that like miscellaneous came from. So I'm planning on spending $900 for gifts, so I'll take it out through my gifts sinking fund. And then personal care, $700. I know this is a lot, but this is kind of like going back to the taking care of myself part where I've been doing microneedling. Being a girl is expensive, let me just say that. I want to get one massage at least this month, get my nails done, do my eyebrows. I get my eyebrows threaded like 2 to 3 times a month. Pretty cheap for me. It's like $20 every time I go. And then I'll probably do another chemical peel this month, so yeah, that it all adds up. So I'm going to be spending about $2,650. So in total, I'm going to be spending $3,918. And with my savings about $5,000. So already left to spend is $4,800. Just because I'm like negative $800 right now compared to how much I'm going to bring in. So that's why I'm only going to be able to save $1,000. But yeah, hopefully... No, not hopefully. I know December's gonna be better. I'm probably gonna be able to save at least half of my income in December as long as I stop playing and act right instead. So yeah, that is my November budget. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really excited for the holidays. I can't wait for Halloween at the end of the week and all of like the Christmas activities and the holiday activities. This is like probably one of my favorite times of the year, and then once January 2nd hits, I'm depressed because I hate winter. I live in San Diego. I'm from San Diego, so I'm like just like a summer girly. So yeah, I love all of the activities that we get to do around this time, so I'm really excited to do all that, drink all the hot cocoa, watch the cute little movies, buy the PJ sets and all that. So I'm really excited for the holidays to come and to be doing all that. But yeah, let me know what your favorite thing is to do during the holiday time, because I just know I love getting festive. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!